right, we are on step number 4 of the Buyers series. So thank you so much for watching these videos. This is Andy with Team of the Century and Century 21 Everest Realty Group. So now we've got the shopping done, we found the home, we put in a great offer, and now we're under contract. So once we go under contract, there's a lot of time frames in the contracts that we've really got to make sure that we're paying attention to in order to make sure that we're protecting your earnest money, getting the transaction to close, all of those things. So the very first thing that's going to happen is once you go under contract is to get an earnest money check. Now these are variable, typically they're around about $1,000. This is a check from you that goes into the trust account of the brokerage or to the title company, but we like to keep it here at the brokerage. It makes life simpler in the event that we cancel. But we put it in our trust account here at the brokerage. That money either becomes part of your down payment, you might get it back depending on what type of loan product you're using, that kind of thing. So it doesn't disappear, it doesn't go to the seller right away. We'll do a video that's specifically about what earnest money is and isn't, but we need to get that check within the first couple of days and get it deposited. That's an issue of keeping the contract valid. If it doesn't get deposited right away, or you don't get us as the agent the check right away, it can cause some issues with your contract. So the next thing you're going to do is home inspection. We always suggest getting a home inspection. There is almost never a reason to not get a home inspection. If you know you are going to gut this house and you're going to redo the whole thing so you don't care about the inspection, that would be the only reason that I would say you shouldn't get a home inspection. And even then you might still want to, but short of that, it's worth it every time. They range anywhere from $250 to $1,000. You can kind of spend as much as you want on there, but you have the right to a meth inspection, you have the right to a radon inspection, a mold test, all of those things. You have the rights to do those. Those costs come out of your pocket, but wow, it is so worth it to find out if there's a crack in the foundation. Maybe we don't want to buy this home knowing that it's structurally unsound, because those are very expensive things. The sewer line, getting the sewer line scoped, that can be tens of thousands of dollars to get that replaced in the event that it's broken and it's got tree roots in there. So something for you to think about. But they're not required. You don't have to have a home inspection. If you absolutely don't want it, you don't have to do it. From there, we're going to take the home inspection and we're going to ask for any repairs. Now, we're not buying a new house usually, so all of these houses are going to have issues. There's always going to be something, and you know what? A home inspector can go into a brand new house and still find issues with it. So don't be scared of the report that you're going to get on a home inspection, but you are going to get a report with all of the issues that come along with the house. You and I are going to sit down and decide what's important, what we need to ask for repairs, what are deal killers. If you don't do this, I'm no longer going to buy the house. Those kinds of things. Now, time is of the essence. We have to get these done quickly. Typically, we can get a home inspection done within the first 3 days of being under contract, and then we have another week or so to decide what repairs and get everything, all the addendums written up for the repairs. And that way, it's all going to be legit, and they have to do it at that point, or you walk away from the deal. Those are your options. So next is after we do the home inspection, either it turned out great and there was no major issues, or they've agreed to do all the repairs. At that point, we're going to order appraisal. Now, we typically don't order appraisal until after the inspection, because these are two costs that come out of your pocket as a buyer, and we don't want you to be on the hook for an appraisal cost if the inspection is going to kill the deal anyway. We'd rather you just only have the cost of the inspection and not both of those things. So typically after the home inspection's done, we ask for repairs and get agreements on that. Now we're going to go over to the appraisal. So we're going to order the appraisal. The lender orders the appraisal, but it's something that we really need to make sure gets done, and it's one of those things you pay for up front, typically. So until you pay for it, it technically hasn't been ordered. So make sure you talk to your lender to find out what the situation is there so that it does get ordered. It takes usually 7 to 10 business days to get that back. We need to get that back pretty quick. So from here, once we've looked at the repairs and we've done all that, the lender is really kind of running the ship right now on getting the transaction done. And what I mean specifically by that is you and the lender are running the ship, because he's going to ask you for, he or she is going to ask you for paperwork. They're going to need paycheck stubs. They're going to need duplicates of duplicates. It's one of those things that can get a little bit frustrating, but it's what they have to do in order to get the loan done. So whenever they ask for something, you definitely need to jump on it right away, because that's the thing that holds up most loans and getting closed on time, is if a client doesn't get the lender the paperwork that they need in a really quick fashion. Otherwise, it holds everything up, because they have timelines that they have to follow. So From here, moving on to step 5, we're going to go into the last few days before closing, what you can do on walkthroughs, what paperwork you need to bring to closing, when you're going to get your keys, all that good stuff. Thank you so much for watching all these videos. Again, Andy with Team of the Century. If you have any questions or comments, as always, please leave them below. Thanks so much, guys. Have a great day.